Hello, children. Have you ever wanted to escape from everyday life and go on an amazing journey? Most people feel like this from time to time. Sometimes, though, people who want to have adventures get a lot more than they bargained for. That's what happened to Lemuel Gulliver in Jonathan Swift's famous story Gulliver's Travel. Gulliver's Travel, a novel by Jonathan Swift, was written in 1726, more than 250 years ago. Why is such an old book interesting to us today also? The answer is the element of satire. Satire means writing that use humor and exaggeration to point out foolish or problematic things that people do. This book is written in first person point of view of Lemuel Gulliver, a surgeon and a sea captain who visits remote regions of the world where he had amazing adventures. In his first journey, Gulliver survived a shipwreck and swims to the island of Lilliput, a land of tiny people who are just 6 inches tall, and Gulliver seems like a giant to them. Gulliver, although a prisoner at first, proves to be pretty useful to Lilliputians, helping them in a war against their enemy Blefuscu. Then he makes a few mistakes, and the Lilliputians turn against him and threaten to starve him to death. He somehow escapes from there and finds his way home. Gulliver's second voyage takes him to the island of Brobdingnag, which was inhabited by a race of giants, where Gulliver seems to be tiny as compared to them. A farmer finds Gulliver and begins exhibiting Gulliver for money. He was like a pet to them. Later on, he became King's favorite and talked about the achievements of his civilizations of England and other matters with him. And one day, Gulliver was picked up by an eagle and rescued at sea by people of his own size, from where he returned back to England. On his third voyage, he is set adrift by pirates and ends up on the flying island of Laputa. The people of Laputa all have one eye pointing inward and the other upward, and they are so lost in thoughts that they must be reminded to pay attention to the real world. Though they are greatly concerned with mathematics and music, they have no practical application for their learning. There he also visited the land of Balmy Babi and finds the farm fields in ruin. The people there follow the advice of learned academy in the city, where the scientists undertake very impractical projects like extracting sunbeams from cucumbers. Later, Gulliver visits Gulf Dub Brip, the island of sorcerers, where he meets the ghosts of great men of the past and learns from the lies of history. In the kingdom of Flugnag, he meets people who are immortal but are so senile that they can hardly function. After that, he sailed to Japan and back to England. Once again, Gulliver left his home only to leave on a journey. This was his strangest adventure. Gulliver arrived at the land of Houyhnhnms, a land of horses, where he saw a race of intelligent horses. The land was also occupied by filthy, greedy humanoid race called Yahoos, who were tamed by horses, which shows an ironic twist in human and beast relationship. Houyhnhnms are very curious about Gulliver, who seems to be both a Yahoo and civilized. There Gulliver learned the language of horses. At last, Gulliver left the land of Houyhnhnms and returns to England. So, children, this was the brief narration of Gulliver's Travel. To enjoy the amazing and strange adventures by Gulliver, you must read the satire by Jonathan Swift. Goodbye for now and keep reading.